Assalamu Alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Wealth is one of the greatest tests Allah gives us. It can become a source of blessing, or it can become a reason for regret, depending on how we handle it. Many people work hard to earn more, yet unknowingly fall into mistakes that remove barakah and attract Allah's displeasure. The Quran and the teachings of our beloved Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, guide us to protect our earnings and our hearts from these traps. In today's video, we will uncover Allah's warning before it's too late, 6 money mistakes to avoid. These are not just financial tips, but spiritual safeguards that can transform how you see and use your wealth. Stay with me until the end, so you can recognize these mistakes, protect yourself from them, and invite Allah's mercy and blessings into every aspect of your financial life. 1. Earning through haram means. One of the greatest mistakes a believer can make with money is earning through haram means. Islam places immense importance on how we acquire our wealth, not just how we spend it. When a person knowingly engages in forbidden transactions, such as fraud, bribery, interest-based dealings, gambling, or deceit, they risk not only their financial integrity, but also their spiritual well-being. Such income may appear profitable at first, but its hidden cost is the loss of barakah, divine blessing. This can manifest as unexpected problems, constant stress, or the inability to find true peace despite material gain. Moreover, unlawful earnings create a barrier between the believer and answered prayers. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam warned that a person who feeds on haram wealth will not have their supplications accepted. This shows how deeply our income affects our relationship with Allah. Halal sustenance, even if small, nourishes the heart and soul, while haram sustenance corrupts them. Choosing honest, permissible ways to earn, even if they seem less lucrative, brings dignity, inner satisfaction, and lasting blessing. It also ensures that what we spend on our families and give in charity is pure, becoming a source of reward instead of sin. 2. Neglecting zakat. Zakat is not simply an act of charity, it is a divine obligation and one of the pillars of Islam. Allah has decreed it as a means of purifying both our wealth and our hearts. When a believer neglects zakat, they are not merely missing an optional good deed, they are withholding the right of the poor and needy. This act blocks the flow of barakah, blessing from their wealth, and can lead to a subtle hardness of heart, making generosity more difficult over time. Ignoring zakat also has spiritual consequences. The Quran warns that those who hoard wealth and fail to give its due will face severe accountability in the hereafter. Even in this world, wealth deprived of zakat often loses its sweetness. Unexpected losses, constant expenses, or dissatisfaction may occur despite abundance. On the other hand, fulfilling zakat brings serenity, growth, and a sense of connection with the community. Giving zakat is an acknowledgement that our wealth ultimately belongs to Allah and that we are merely its trustees. When offered sincerely, it purifies income, softens the heart, and turns money into a means of drawing closer to Him instead of a source of trial. 3. Wasting money on extravagance. Spending beyond one's needs and engaging in extravagance is a subtle but serious financial mistake. Islam encourages moderation, balance, and conscious stewardship of wealth. When a person indulges in wasteful spending, purchasing unnecessary luxuries, chasing trends, or using money to impress others, they shift their focus from purposeful living to temporary show. This behavior not only drains resources, but also erodes the humility and gratitude that should accompany wealth. The Quran describes those who squander their wealth as brothers of the devils because extravagance leads to heedlessness. It cultivates a mindset where money is treated as a toy rather than a trust from Allah. Over time, this habit can create debt, stress, and dependency even for someone with a high income. Instead of serving as a means to help one's family, community, or faith, wealth becomes tied up in fleeting displays. Practicing moderation does not mean rejecting comfort or beauty altogether. It means spending wisely, with intention and accountability. When money is used thoughtfully on family needs, education, helping the poor, and beneficial investments, it becomes a source of blessing. Avoiding extravagance keeps wealth pure, sustains long-term stability, and allows one to use it in ways that earn Allah's pleasure. 4. Hoarding wealth without helping the needy. Wealth is a trust from Allah, not a possession to be locked away without purpose. Hoarding money, while ignoring the needs of others, transforms a blessing into a burden. Islam strongly encourages believers to circulate their wealth, support the vulnerable, and ease the hardships of the poor. When someone piles up wealth but withholds it from those entitled to assistance, they cut themselves off from the mercy and goodwill that come with generosity. This behavior also harms society. Unshared wealth can deepen inequality, create resentment, and deprive communities of much-needed resources. The Quran warns of severe consequences for those who amass gold and silver but fail to spend it in Allah's cause. Even in this life, hoarding can lead to anxiety, greed, and a false sense of security that collapses during times of crisis. By contrast, giving opens doors of barakah, softens the heart, and builds a legacy of kindness. Spending wisely on the needy does not diminish wealth. It multiplies it spiritually and often materially. A believer should view their savings as a means to protect their family and uplift others, not as an idol to guard at all costs, so that their wealth remains a source of blessing, not regret. 5. Showing off or boasting about wealth. Displaying wealth for the sake of admiration or superiority is a subtle but destructive habit. When someone flaunts their possessions, lifestyle, or achievements to gain attention, they risk corrupting their intention and falling into arrogance. Islam teaches that blessings should be acknowledged with gratitude, not displayed as a tool for self-promotion. Showing off wealth can also ignite jealousy, resentment, and competition, creating tension within families and communities. This behavior shifts the focus from humility to pride. Instead of using wealth as a means to serve Allah and benefit others, it becomes a platform for self-glorification. Such attitudes slowly distance a person from sincerity, making acts of giving or generosity feel like performances rather than worship. Over time, it can harden the heart, diminish empathy, and reduce one's reward in the hereafter. Maintaining privacy about financial status, living modestly, and attributing success to Allah are protective practices. These habits help keep intentions pure and preserve inner peace. Wealth displayed with humility, through quiet generosity, supporting good causes, and uplifting others, earns respect without inviting harm. In this way, blessings remain safe, the heart stays soft, and wealth becomes a true means of goodness, rather than a source of spiritual loss. 6. Forgetting gratitude for Allah's favors. Gratitude is the key that unlocks lasting barakah in wealth and life. When a person receives financial blessings but fails to thank Allah, those blessings can slowly turn into a source of trial rather than comfort. Forgetting gratitude often shows up as entitlement, believing success is purely one's own doing. This mindset blinds a person to the real giver of sustenance and weakens their connection with Him. Ingratitude also prevents the heart from feeling content. Even with abundance, a person who does not acknowledge Allah's favors may feel restless, always chasing more, yet never satisfied. The Quran promises that sincere thankfulness increases blessings, while neglecting it risks loss and regret. Gratitude transforms money into a tool for good. It shapes how we earn, spend, and share. Practical gratitude means not only saying Alhamdulillah, but also managing wealth responsibly, giving to others, and avoiding arrogance. Recognizing that everything we own is a trust from Allah fosters humility and balance. By consciously thanking Him through words and actions, we invite stability, protection, and spiritual growth. In this way, wealth becomes a stepping stone toward closeness to Allah, rather than a distraction or a test we fail. Alhamdulillah, we've reached the end of this reminder on Allah's warning before it's too late, 6 money mistakes to avoid. At Purpose Deen, our goal is to share knowledge that strengthens faith and brings barakah into your daily life. If you found this video beneficial, please like it, share it with family and friends, and subscribe to Purpose Deen for more uplifting content. Let's end with a heartfelt prayer. May Allah grant us halal income, protect us from harmful mistakes, and fill our wealth with barakah. Comment Ameen below to join others in this dua.